What's going on? We are live at the practice room, live from Solberg Studios here in Nashville. And I got DJ Rico 615 with us tonight. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions and then yeah, you can share with us what you got going on with what you're working with and all. I don't know how I wish we had it set up where you could perform and you had your DJ joint set up.
I think we
But
can. Hey, you schedule me in for another show like that. I can broadcast
yeah,
it live from the studio.
we may have to because again, you were like, man, I had a couple people, said they could do it, and then
Oh, I
so
can
go
make
ahead.
it work.
Yeah, so definitely next time. Um, but how long have you been, DJing, or how'd you get started? What made you interested in what you were doing? And yeah, tell us briefly about that.
I started DJing probably back in 2012 and 13. I started off
Hmm.
doing weddings, banquets for hotels, and really my interest grew when I worked for a place called Party Station Rentals. So I got to see the whole aspect of how a party is ran, everything from catering. So I started to get more interest in event planning. As the years went along, I started to find what kind of parties I like to do and what environments I was more comfortable in. So as the years went by, DJing just became something that I could use as a tool or utensil to actually help people and network and being able to get myself out there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, learning and pulling in that networking is how you get your name out there and where
It's
it's
amazing.
at
You got to go to
nowadays.
parties and show your face and show people that
Mhm.
you're a real person. There's social media is just it's not enough to be behind something, a video or a photo, and no one knows who you really are, your real personality.
Right. Did you go to school for what you're working at right now, or this is something you
And
kind of picked up
yeah,
as a
I get that question a lot, but I actually didn't. I actually went to college for
Mhm.
networking with working with computers.
Okay.
I was able to get a networking degree and was able to put studios together. The music
Hmm.
background came from my cousins and my brothers and sisters. I played football, but they all played in the band.
Okay.
And so at the end, I was the one that ended up learning so much for them that I ventured off into doing music as a career.
What was the name of the school you went to?
I went to McGavick back in my earlier days.
Okay.
Now, now, when it comes to real battle of the bands, my cousins and
Hmm.
brothers and sisters, they went to Pearl Cone. They were part of the Pearl Cone band.
Procon. Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Procon.
that's legendary to see. Firebirds hit the field and hit the band hit the band halftime. It's like a mini TSU show.
Hmm.
Yeah. So much appreciation, much love, and shout out to all the bands in the Nashville area, always keeping us entertained and always
Yeah.
giving a cool community vibe for us.
Hmm. Um. So do you have any works we need to keep out for, like any? So you just do DJ. You don't produce or nothing, right?
I also produce.
Okay.
As far as production, I've gotten real picky about production on who I work with to a certain point because time has become more valuable with a lot of ventures going on. So
Hmm.
right now, I got a single out coming out soon with Pure Honey,
Hmm.
and we've been in the studio working that for the past month. And at a gig I did this past week, it was at a 420 event. We had a real good time. She was able to actually premiere that song and perform it. So to sit back in the seat of DJ, engineer, and beat maker, and to see a song get play and actually try to break it was one of those things that like I think it's a career thing that a lot of people could try to reach to or actually want to set as a goal because to take something from scratch and to see it performed and see how people react to it, it really lets you know where your craft is at.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
And to sit in
Um.
every chair is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Daniel asked my co-host, What was your favorite kind of music?
My favorite kind of music, honestly,
Mhm.
happy music. To be honest with you, I'm a big
Uh,
the type
Elaborate.
of I say happy music because if I can ride in the car and the kids can listen to it, to me
Uh-huh.
it's a universal record. Like for real song, happy.
Mhm. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
the uplifting, the motivational songs that get us through our day. Now I got songs that I may can't listen that I like that I can't listen to around them, but it's a bonus if I'm in the car and I can listen to that record with my kids and we both can sing it.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, that music kind of involved everybody. Those kinds of music, that,
Universal
involves a
sell
family.
records worldwide like
Hmm.
that. You approach different nationalities, different genres, different age groups, and a lot of times as artists, I see their music gets boxed in a shelf on who they can sell and they can't sell to because of the type
Hmm.
of music they make. And
Right.
in my opinion, we got into music to make music for entertainment purposes for people to
Hmm.
party to, whether it's to feel sad to, whether they want to dance to it, whether they just want to vibe out in the club to it after having a long week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All music has
Absolutely.
markets.
Absolutely. So what else? What advice do you have for DJs and people working in the music area that are like just starting out, like that just that needs like motivation, something to keep them going,
I would
progressing.
say if no one's booking you for a show, take the money out your pocket and throw your own shows. Invite your own artists, invite your own people, and throw your own shows. They'll eventually notice you after you do it so many times. It works the same for DJs, producers, as it does for artists. And a lot of times we tell artists they have to invest in themselves, they have to go out and spend money on themselves in their career for it to go somewhere. It's the same thing with a DJ. I had to go buy that equipment. I had to go buy the nice computers and laptops and stuff. I have to buy light.
Right.
So along the way, the money I'm making from gigs, I'm taking that same money and reinvesting it back into my career. I'm throwing more parties. I'm getting more networking experience and more connections because a lot of times we'll throw a party and we might just break even or not even get our money back. But we can't
Right.
count them as an L because you may have made some great networking connections there that could boost your career to a farther level. Literally, you pay for that out your pocket, but that's not something you just walk up to a store and pay for. It takes your money and your effort.
That's all it is. Effort
Yeah,
in progression in what you're doing. That especially if people are not, if you feel like you're not getting the calls and the invites that need. That's where passion comes in. Get your own investment going into that.
yeah.
Um, Marlissa Sims, yo, I went to school with her. She said, "What is your biggest inspiration?"
My biggest inspiration at this last party I did, there was this lady there, and all she wanted to hear was some Project Pat and Turn Up. The people at the party like that are probably my biggest inspiration because they come out to have a good time. Granted, you play the music so they can have a good time because they work a 9 to 5 life where they do something else where it's stressful. So we as DJs we
Right.
create an environment to where they can escape all of that. So the biggest inspiration would be the actual crowd and the people I DJ for because reading them has become a very beautiful thing because you have to care about that crowd. And so those are the same people that make it possible for me to DJ at clubs and
Mhm.
be able to be requested. So I have to take
Right.
care of it first.
Right. COVID has been a big issue for people in the music industry and people, live shows, and the fact that we're kind of limited to our local areas. How has that affected you in your works in your career?
I believe COVID actually made my career better.
That's what everybody's saying. Just with like technology and how you got to invest in like
Yeah.
that social media.
Through COVID, I was still pushing 100%, maybe 110. I didn't,
Yeah.
we may not been able to throw the biggest parties in the world and have everybody there, but at the same time, through COVID, I was able to stay consistent, even if it was on a small
Mhm.
level. And consistency is a big thing in music. You can be hot 1 second and not hot the next. But as long as you're consistent, people recognize it. It's hard to
Absolutely.
ignore. It's hard to ignore somebody that's constantly on your timeline or constantly has something posted. It's one of those things that it works.
Absolutely, absolutely. What type of music or era do you like DJing the most?
Um, honestly, I feel like I DJ more for the ladies, so I might take a couple
Oh,
songs from now that are current, but if I'm really DJing for the ladies, I can dip all the way back to 90s to 2000s based on
yeah.
certain records that hit at a certain
Where was
time. And
that? Where was
like
that?
I'll say for instance, one song, Esther Dean, her song,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
drop song she has. No matter it's a timeless record because no matter what era I played in recently, I've been able to actually incorporate with other twerk songs to where it just blends right in. And records like that are rare because DJs we run through records left and right. And I might play a song for in 15 seconds.
Right, right. Man. Well, okay. What are you a part of any DJ groups? Here we go.
Yes, I am officially. It's official. It's out the bag officially today. I just became part of the coalition DJs.
Yeah, I was gonna you mentioned
Yeah,
that. Tell us
yeah.
more about
More shows, more everything, and working with
it.
a network that we can all benefit from each other and help and support each other is what the whole coalition is about. And I'm appreciative and love the fact that they invited me on, and I intend to show it back 100 times fold to them.
Are they based in Nashville?
Um, you got they're not based in Nashville. You got different markets. You got
Okay,
coalition
okay,
states
okay.
in the sea. You got all over the region. So when we get records, that record might touch so many different regions to where that record will be broke.
Right. Okay, okay. Do you think DJ is a true art from and for real DJs?
Yes. Now,
Art form. Okay.
I'll say it's a yes and a no question
Mm-hmm.
because there's different arts and forms of DJing. I like the mixtape. I like taking the mixtape seat sometimes because it gives me the ability to actually pull the board out and actually just go nasty on some songs for 30, 40
Yeah.
minutes. Then there's the other type of DJing to where like you might be a wedding DJ. So you can't do all that extra stuff. You just hit play and make sure everybody's happy. Far as the art and the form of it, a lot of old school DJs will argue about the scratching and techniques. And I came up on the scratching and the techniques, and I love it. I still incorporate it in the mixtapes I do. So when I'm able to go to clubs now, I still incorporate that as something different because a lot of times with our new equipment is not the old equipment no more. Everything's so digitally enhanced that
Yes.
it does make it easy for us. But
Mhm.
me personally, I use a NS7 too.
Okay, I was gonna ask you what you use.
I
Cause
use
my
an
brother,
NS.
he's always up on the new
I'm a
uh
I'm a. It's not
stuff.
even a new set. It's one that I've been attached to for too many years because I'm
Hmm.
in love with original turntables had direct drive. And what they incorporate in that 7.2, 1 and 3, they got direct drive in them. So it actually
Hmm.
spins like it's a real-time record. So you got that feel when you scratch it. It feels like you're actually scratching a real record. And it the newer ones you can scratch, but it doesn't have that feel to it. Like it doesn't have that real time where it stops you or you feel the vibration. So
Hmm.
the NS7 II makes me take the best of both worlds in a hybrid. Digitally, I'm able to do what I need to do, but I'm still able to scratch like it's old school, like it's some Pete Rock or CL Smooth type music.
Okay, 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 okay. Does DJing affect your love life? Mm, you want to know
Yes,
what you're going
yes.
now?
I'll be honest about that one.
Wow.
Yes. When you, all right, when your schedule is you have to be there from 8 to 2 a.m. DJing, then your brother
Uh-huh.
calls you to go to an after hours club, you don't leave her to 5 o'clock. That will affect your love life.
She said, I gotta come in now.
Yeah, I'll be honest about that up front. But it's honestly, it's from the entrepreneur point of view
Right.
because a lot of times we do go to these clubs and have fun. I'm actually listening to other DJs and I'm taking notes on what they do because I actually see like I actually like going and listening to other good DJs that are better than me or that are really good, because it's something you can always learn as a DJ from other DJs. So I never put no DJ down. I'm always like, ah, he's pretty good. I like that technique he just used.
Right.
And it's one of those things where, as DJs, I believe in I help I believe in helping each other out, because I do the same thing with artists, and I help them get places they need to go in their career.
I want to hear you, man. I wish we could have got set up your stuff and.
Oh yeah. Oh, another show. You got to invite me back for another show. That's a whole special by itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'll put a special y'all.
Yeah, when you got your stuff. Yeah. How can people book you, and are there show you don't like to do? Are there shows you don't like to do? So how can people book you on the shows?
You usually can go to my Instagram. I'm pretty good about it. I believe that Instagram is a walking, living, breathing business card now. I'm pretty good about answering my DMs, or if you post a question under a post or something, I pretty much reply back within 5 minutes or less.
Okay.
What's the question that was after that? Are there any shows that I don't like?
Any shows you don't like? Yeah.
Weddings. Let's be honest about that. Weddings, because for however long you're there, they own you.
Yeah,
they own you. And guess what? It's her day. It's her day, so they own you. So trust me, it gets ugly some days at weddings. I ask any DJ about doing weddings. The money might be good. Don't get it wrong. They'll pay.
Yeah, they pay well. They pay well.
But they pay. They basically pay to control you for that 4 or 5 hours. I got an interesting story about that too. If
Share.
All right. So it was probably back in 2013. I was doing this wedding in Clarksville. Nice lake view, everything you could dream of. So the daughter of the wedding, she's probably about 8-9 years old. She comes up and requests that I play this Katy Perry song. And back of my head says, that's a very graphic Katy Perry song for a 9-year-old to be requesting. We all know Katy Perry has nice songs, but they're not all nice. So the groom comes to me and says, my daughter wants to hear the song. How come you didn't play it? I explained to the man about the song, but he was like, no. So I told him I would play it anyway. And as soon as I play it, 45 seconds into the song, this man comes back to my booth and asks me, why am I playing that song? And I told him, sir, you asked me to play this song, but I can cut it off and go into something else. So a lot of times it could have went the other way, but sometimes weddings, you just really have to do what they say. And if it doesn't work out right, you just have to let them deal with that.
Right. Right. Is the new type of music changing too fast nowadays to keep up with it? Tell us how you stay in the loop with knowing what music to play.
How about staying in the loop with knowing what music to play? I'm a big fan of Tidal. Shout out to Jay-Z, Rock Nation, all of them. I'm a big fan of Tidal because the streaming percentage is higher for the artists, and I'm a big advocate on financial freedom amongst people in our industry. I don't want to see none of us broke. So I usually go through those Tidal lists, and I just ride through the car throughout the week, and I listen to different tracks. And if it hits hard enough, I'm just scroll through my phone and add it to a playlist. And through Serato, I can actually pull that playlist up, and as soon as I'm at the club, everything I listened to that week that I bookmarked. Plus, the artist gets the streaming royalty off of it when I spend it at the club.
Informative. You hate when people hog the DJ asking you to play all the same rather than just sitting back letting you do what you do?
It depends on what type of party it is. If it's one of those parties where they hire me just to rock out and keep the vibe, and a lot of times someone will come up. There's always going to be one person that comes with a goofy song suggestion that does not fit the set that you're spinning at all. Like, how could you ask me to play some Allen music when I'm in the middle of playing Jeezy all there? It just does not mix. But if you please that one person, you piss off the rest of the club.
Hmm.
So you, as the DJ, you have to make a choice. Would you rather have one person mad at you or the whole club mad at you?
Yeah. Man.
But I don't hate it because I understand where it comes from. I mean, they just kind of want to hear their favorite song. So sometimes I try to incorporate it in with a set that I know that I can do it. If they give me enough, like if they give me 10 to 15 minutes of incorporating in the set, usually I do. But it doesn't just happen, right then and there.
Okay. Okay. I asked similar to that. Also, not only what projects are you working on, but who have you produced lately? Um, if you can give us a
Say
little
that
bit of
again.
that. So, what projects are you working on for next month or any upcoming projects, and who have you produced? Like,
The biggest project that I have coming up is an actual music festival for my birthday weekend. On my birthday
mhm,
week, May 29th.
mhm.
Birthday's on the 24th, but we're drawing. I work for a nonprofit, and I really want to bring this nonprofit money to actually be able to do more for our community. So once a month, I will be throwing music festivals, inviting lots of artists out from out of town and local artists
Nice.
too. We'll have vendors. We'll have stuff for the kids that's free in the daytime. And at nighttime, it turns into a real concert.
What's
And
the
we
name
have
of this
all jobs. It's called Made Fluent.
Make?
MADE Fluent. Yeah. The concept behind it is we want all our artists, producers, anybody working with the organization to have the concept that they're made fluent. No matter what they do, how they do it, is done in a fluent way. It's a lifestyle choice.
Okay. Excuse me. Are there any local artists we should be adding to the playlist?
Oh yeah. As far as local artists that I really enjoy, Liquor Shark. His live performance at any show is one of the best. Um, the let me see some other artists. Oh yeah, shout out to the WGM and G Bezel, OP the Boss, Fast Paced Code Red. Fast Paced Code Red has a new project coming out, and they have a lot of events coming up there. As far as their records, I actually spin their records when I'm in a club. So it's one of those things. Like if I really like the record, I'll spin it at the club. If I hear that bounce to it, if it makes people bounce and move, it gets played.
Dope. Y'all get any more questions for us? So, again, I'm sorry you couldn't perform. Usually we have our artists perform. But yeah. Do you have any videos you can send us from Facebook right quick? Or anything you need recorded shows?
You were breaking up real bad. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Mike got a little stack. You said something about video as far as Facebook.
Yeah, like you have anything recorded you can send us right quick so we can throw it up there?
Oh yeah, if you just go to my Facebook page, man. I actually got a video that I just shot at the studio because I've been working on the studio all day, actually putting it together for like a more exclusive experience.
Okay. We're gonna try to find it and pull it up for us.
I got it on the phone. I can send it to either one of y'all.
Yeah, send it to Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, man, thank you for filling in tonight. Got a lot of artists that we got coming up actually, and I know their schedules are kind of. Oh, he froze. But yeah, I think he wrote. Oh, you can't pull it up.
Oh, his thing dropped off.
Oh, his thing dropped. Oh.
Oh, just keep going. Don't lie.
He dropped out for a second, but
we gonna get his stream. We gonna get it up there.
we're gonna get it up.
Comments.
Were you able to put? Did he send it? He's gonna pull that up for us real quick, y'all. Give us a brief moment. But yeah, we appreciate y'all for participating. That was awesome. He's pulling that up right fast. But yeah, again, we are looking for different artists, and we thank the ones for coming on that have in the past. Y'all been excellent, and yeah, we are looking for different artists to participate in our podcast. So if you feel that's you, you can inbox me and Daniel at the Biz Nashville. Is it the Biz Nashville Facebook page or the Practice Room Nashville at our business at our Facebook page?
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
You send it to
Yeah, I'm
him.
back. Yeah, I just sent you a text message.
Okay.
Yeah, I did some upgrades to the studio today, man. Did a better lighting fixture. We're trying to and that the studio will let me do everything but provide hookah. If I could, I'm big on making the studio experience actually worth it. A lot of time, I work with other producers and engineers, and the first thing they talk about is they put expensive equipment in a room and they want to charge people a lot of money. I'm like, that artist does not understand what type of interface that is, sir. He doesn't care that you spent $1,500 on that interface. When I do sessions, it's more like an experience. Honestly, sometimes there might be shots of liquor available. And because we have a no smoking rule at the studio, so if I feel like if I buy shots of liquor, it might take the edge off some of the artists a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially before they hit the booth. Then we also provide a nice sitting area for their entourage that comes in. Nice projector screen on the wall to where they can watch something and mute on the Fire Stick. Maybe play a game or something while their friend is recording. So we try to make it like a real experience for everybody. And if they just want to
Where is that? Are you able to give us a location?
Oh yeah, Make Nashville.
Okay.
If you go by East Nashville and you ride past the projects, there's a warehouse district that sits on the river. We've been blessed enough where we've been able to use that space back there, and it's the same space we're actually using for the music festival.
Okay.
So the nonprofit does actually give me a lot of good leverage, and even though I don't make money from the nonprofit, I'm able to create a lot of opportunities for people.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's a blessing by itself, right there, to create opportunities and help other people make money.
Absolutely. I'm gonna share real quick what he's working on, y'all.
Projects. I know we got the festival coming up, and that's been really taking a lot of my time up because it's been a lot of social media messages and emails back and forth. Other projects I'm actually working on. I've been hard at work on doing the spinning and the cuts for mixtapes for several artists in the city, so they can get a nice, genuine sound. Just finished one up this weekend.
Okay.
It was it was 30 minutes. It was a 30-minute tape, and the thing was, it's like the songs are already mashed together, so all you can do is go there and add your cuts to it. And in the 30-minute set on Serato, I can only press record once, and if I mess up, I gotta go back and do it again.
Right.
I think I went through the mix probably about 6 or 7 times before I finally freestyled a good enough version that I like. Because with the mixtapes, a lot of time I'll get in my element, have the room set up real nice, then just go through that whole set for 30 minutes and just feel where the cuts and everything needs to be instead of just trying to force it. I'll take a listen, see what I need to do for the next one to make it better, then just remember that. But it's and I like to think of it as the actual art of actually really getting diving into the music like they used to back in the day, though.
Mm-hmm.
You appreciate it more. Like you as a DJ, you have to listen to what that artist said on that record, because if he says something really significant, that's your point to spin it back and do something special with it, so the rest of the crowd can hear how special what he said was.
Right. Okay. So we're about to share a quick sentence.
Yeah. Liquor collection.
Man. And you set that up recently.
I just actually got a lot of that going today. But it's been in the room, but I've been taking stuff out of storage, and it's like, all right, make the studio better now.
Yeah. Okay. Then you'll ask, who's your favorite DJ, and do you like Chicago DJs? I'm from Chicago. One of my favorite DJs is Flipside and Bad Boy Bill. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Man, first and foremost, shout out to both of those DJs. Just for their names being mentioned, they got to be doing something good in Chicago. I don't know them, but with the new coalition, I look forward to meeting some DJs out of Chicago and doing some work up there. As far as my favorite DJs, I'll be honest with you, DJ Drama. Probably when I grew up as a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world to hear the DJ Drama mixtapes and hear the drops and all of that. It gave DJing this cool look and appeal that not everybody could give it.
Right.
But as far as Nashville DJs, I did come up. I came up listening to DJ C-Wiz, and I came up listening to DJ Showtime.
That's my dude.
We actually group my brother and DJ Showtime were best friends, so I got to see DJ Showtime. Right now. I saw Showtime early in his career and even now in his career, and even for me to work on mine just makes me see, like, man, I've seen DJs put in a lot of work over the years, and I got to learn from great ones. Shout out to Showtime and C-Wiz. C-Wiz is a legend in the city. So mixtape, artists were bringing their mixtapes to his shop so records could be broke in this city.
Yeah, that's what it's about. I need Nashville to come produce like a major, another. Who else was major out of here? What was another rapper major out of here? Exactly. I need a DJ to I don't know, get on the billboards at one time. My boy DJ Soul, True Soul. Yeah, that's the dude I work with. He's another one I'm gonna try to have on here. I don't know if you heard of him. Yeah, he's real good.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
DJ True Soul.
We're gonna have him on. I'll text him right now. See if we could add him to the call right quick.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, again, next time have your stuff. Because I was trying.
I'll do a nice little 5-6 minute set of probably about 8 or 9 songs and then mixed up for y'all.
Okay.
It's like, man, it's when I touch a DJ board, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I don't know how to put it down. They have to tell me it's time to go home.
Yeah, that's why I'm keys in the Guitar Center. It's like,
oh yeah, who didn't grow? Any musician in the industry grew up going to Guitar Center and playing all the instruments there, and just want to touch everything every time you went. Sometimes you didn't buy anything; you just want to go see the new gear.
Yeah. Go with your latest. All right, man. That's all I had. Did anybody else have any more questions? Can you give us throw up his Instagram one more time?
DJ_Rico 615.
Okay. Do we have it up? Okay. Oh. So y'all hit him up for any events, any
event. I bring more than just being a DJ. We bring the equipment. We bring the hostess, any type of, you want to throw a party, anything you can name, we can bring it.
Okay. My friend is doing a Deer Music. That's her nonprofit. It's a Deer Music event. It's going to be out at Nissan Stadium, and she's having different artists and DJs and whatnot. So I may hook you up with her, and that'd
That
be a
would be
good
nice.
opportunity because it's going to be a lot of people coming out there.
Oh yeah, that'd be a nice networking experience right there.
Yeah.
Just to be out and actually meet people and breathe the air and just enjoy the atmosphere and environment alone. Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to that. I'll get you on with that. But yeah, again, thank you for coming on. Thank you for filling in tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to hear more of what you're working on in the future. You're always welcome to come back, and yeah, thanks again.
Thanks for having me, man. Please invite me back so I can get that DJ set in for y'all.
Absolutely,
It'll be especially set just for y'all on the spot.
Awesome. We'll be here.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks again, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all be blessed.
All right.